We started our day with an explosion. I came down to get ready for work. I don't know what I'm talking. I came down to get ready for the day, and I'm standing in the bathroom brushing my teeth, and all of a sudden the lights go out and the entire house shakes with a massive boom. I stand there for probably a full second before I just bolt out the door to find Dan, because Dan was outside. Dan was fine. I bolted out the garage door here. He was just standing right there outside of the garage door, but he was looking over in this direction, and there's just black smoke billowing up. It's a lot worse now. We don't know for sure what the building was. We don't know what caused it. There's a lot of unknowns, but I mean, power just flickered off and back on. But I mean, there's policemen, there's fire trucks just flying there. We think it was an old mattress warehouse building, but we don't know for sure. We're just kind of, we being me and neighbors who had also came in response to the massive amounts of smoke. You don't like seeing that ever. I mean, I'm really hoping it was an empty building that was just storing stuff and that's it, and that nobody was actually hurt. But at this point, there's no way to know. That's our morning. It's basically been confirmed that it was an old mattress store. It's currently completely unknown if there was anybody inside or anybody hurt. The people that I was standing next to talking have had like family members calling and saying like different little tiny details. Apparently debris from it reached all the way over to where our Ace Hardware is, which is like and we're out of power again. Those are transformers blowing. Yeah, even the animals know something is very much up. Okay then. Well, I don't fully know what's all happening. This is real time. Yeah, I don't know. It looks as though, as far as flames and things like that go, they are completely under control. There is little to no smoke at this point, or if it is smoke, it is very white and clean, like almost like it's clean, if that makes sense at all. Gosh, I wish the fan worked. It's hot. So the firemen have the fire aspect of it pretty well under control, but these transformers keep blowing. At one point I was out there and saw one blow and go crazy, and just now, I don't know if the phone caught it or not, the microphone caught it or not, but it just had like 3 great big surges in a row, so I have no idea. As I was saying, it's unconfirmed if there was anybody injured or not. I went out there, like I said, immediately after the first boom. I was outside looking at the flames before I heard any sirens at all. And when I did hear sirens, all I really heard was either police cars, like going to start blocking things off, or fire truck sirens. I saw one ambulance go over there, but it was not, lights were not on. It was not doing this, its siren was not on. It was very much just getting there, and I think it's for, one of my neighbors said it was probably for, like, oxygen for the firefighters. Would make sense, because, like, they were not, like, rushing to save somebody's life. But yeah, I will fill you in more later. Dan is over there. He is fine. I have been talking to him. He's currently the building that exploded was like an old like mattress warehouse type building, which is why we don't know if anybody was in there or not, because it was vacant, but then we think people were there renovating it, so we don't know. But it was next to a Dollar General, and there was a post on Facebook from that one of my neighbors saw of a picture, and Dollar General is intact and like okay. So Dan said that he was over by Dollar General he was over there talking with another pastor that was over there. So they are probably doing powers back, okay? So they're over there, I'm sure, praying for people, trying to just be whatever help they can be, while, you know, obviously staying out of the way of the emergency responders and everything. I was standing on the corner of my neighbor's house because, you know, my house sits on an alley, and then there's another neighbor, and her house sits on a road, and I was standing next to her talking to her on the corner of her property because you could see everything, and there was a road, you know, going toward the fire that there was a girl standing blocking it off so no cars could drive down, because that was a road that emergency services were using, and people being curious and nosy were driving down that road and parking on the wrong side of the road, like the side of the road you're not supposed to be parking on, and getting out of their cars and going and looking and blocking the road. And so she had to start, she isn't with any of the emergency responders or anything. She was like she was telling us, she's like, the main explosion woke me up, and I saw all of this traffic, and I saw one fire truck having to like wail on their horn to get past people. And she was like, absolutely not. So she is just still in her pajamas, just standing like a rock in the middle of the road, not letting people drive down it anymore, because she's like, this is ridiculous. People are stupid. So I thought that was cool of her doing that. But yeah, I'll keep you updated as I know stuff. But until then, I'm going to try to eat some breakfast and get some coffee. Like I said, I am hoping and praying nobody was hurt. All right, it is multiple hours later now. Dan is at work. As far as I know, all of the, I mean, any fire or anything is completely taken care of at this point. I was looking around online at some of the news stations that were posting about this. Still, I don't think anybody knows what caused the explosion just yet. There were 3 people inside. I am going to interject. So it is currently, as I'm filming this clip and editing this vlog, it is about a week or so later from the fact. The information that I had about the people in the building was slightly incorrect, which is why I'm jumping in here. There were 4 people in the building and 3 made it out. I know this as a fact because the 3 that made it out went into Aldi later on that same day and were talking to Dan directly. And what they told him was they were in there working on renovating the building. They were planning on turning it into a pet store, and it was supposed to open, I believe, July 1st, so in just a little over a month's time. So they were doing some renovation work in there to get it all ready. The gentleman who was in there who died, we think he died instantly. He was a biker, a motorcyclist. And that's relevant because that parking lot in that area at that building had become sort of a meetup spot for a bike group. And they would meet there for, I don't know what their meetings were for, whether they were lunch or just like to get-togethers or what, but that became a fairly common place to see them all, like a bunch of motorcycles and Harleys and stuff there meeting. And this gentleman was there. I guess he was in the building sleeping there overnight because he didn't have anywhere else to go, and so the owners of the building were like, you can stay, that's fine. So he was inside of the building, I guess, sleeping, and when the explosion happened, I think it was a gas explosion. I still don't know. But when the explosion happened, he was, like I said, I think killed instantly, and the other 3 were somehow miraculously able to leave, like get out of the building almost entirely unscathed. Shortly after I filmed the last clip that you saw, where like lights were going on and off and everything else, Dan came home shortly after that, just to kind of fill me in, and basically went right back out to go back to where the Dollar General was, right next to this, because he wanted to just be there and be available if anybody needed to talk or pray, or just if he could be of service anyway. So he went back and he was there for probably another hour or so, and then he came home and took a very short nap and then just went straight to work. So he has had a very full day and he is going to be wiped out. I cannot even imagine. So that's been my day. How's yours been? Hopefully better. So I'm gonna leave the vlog there. Hopefully the next vlog I have is a little more like cheerful, because this one certainly wasn't. I don't know. It is a beautiful day out. It's just that kind of, I mean, obviously, for obvious reasons, just sort of put a damper on everything. So I will see you in the next vlog. I hope your day is going well. See you later.